Asians seem to care a lot about what others think. That's what we believe. We believe in some kind of collective harmony. We don't want to stand out too much from others. We try to kind of follow what others do. But my question to you, who cares more about fitting in? Someone living in rural China, let's say Ningxia, or someone living in Shanghai's urban jungle? Who do you think cares more about what neighbors think? Somebody in the village in China or somebody in a condominium living in Beijing?
Village.
You are absolutely right. Why? In village, if I get sick, hospital is far away. I need my neighbor to help me. If I need to go somewhere, I need somebody to look after my kids. I cannot suddenly get a babysitter to come in. I would ask my neighbor and I say, go and visit my neighbor. So in the village, if somebody attacks my door, I need my protection from my neighbors. You understand what I'm saying? So when we depend on each other, then it matters what people think of me. If I do not depend on each other, it doesn't matter. In Japan, people talk about Japanese they like to fit in, right? People say that. Kyoto is known to be very different from even next door Osaka. Kyoto and Osaka are not far away, but Kyoto is very different from Osaka. One reason is I had an EMBA student in NUS 10 years ago. He is from a place called Nagaoka-kyo, which is very close to Kyoto. He said, my neighbors and our home, we have been living next to each other for 1,000 years. What I'm trying to say is, if you are living for 1,000 years next to each other, you don't need to even talk. You kind of know each other's signals, It is very different in a city where people come and go and things like that. You don't even know whether you're going to be here next month, next year, 2 years from now. America is like that, mobile, right? Think about Singapore versus Malaysia, where people live in kampongs. In a kampong, it matters a lot more. Kampong means local villages, than in a tall building. So maybe what we talk about Asian characteristics, it's not really Asian. It is actually about our stage of economic development in terms of where we are. And I want to give you another example. It is exactly the same what they have in these Nordic countries. But they're not Asians, but their reasons for behaving to fitting in is exactly the same, because they live in small communities of villages where they are actually dependent on each other. And because of that, it really matters about your ability to harmonize with others. So again, they are not Asians, but they are as culturally closed, or you say conformist, extremely conformist as the Japanese. So this is my personal view. I'm going to give you a personal view. Actually, in my view, relative to the Chinese, the Japanese are more conformist. And relative to the Japanese, some of the Swedes and Norwegians could be almost the same. And in the village, they would be, depends on whether city or the village. Okay? Again, you see what I'm doing? I'm trying to understand why people behave the way they do without trying to attribute their practices to broad ethnicity or what they come from.